Strong relationships are built on great communication. Whether with friends, family, or colleagues, how we express ourselves and listen makes all the difference. Today, I'm sharing 5 essential communication skills that can help you connect deeper, resolve conflicts, and build trust. Master these, and you'll see your relationships flourish like never before. Let's dive into the skills that can transform how you relate to others. Today, we will talk about 5 communication skills that will improve your relationships. So before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. 1. Active listening. The foundation of understanding. Active listening is arguably the most crucial communication skill to develop if you want to improve your relationships. Unlike passive hearing, active listening requires fully engaging with the speaker, both mentally and emotionally. It means putting aside distractions, focusing entirely on what the other person is saying, and responding in ways that show genuine interest. When you practice active listening, you send a powerful message. I value you and what you have to say. Active listening involves several key components. First, it's essential to give the speaker your undivided attention. No phones, no multitasking. Eye contact and open body language signal that you're present and receptive. Second, reflecting back what you hear helps clarify understanding. Phrases like, "So, what I'm hearing is," or "It sounds like you're feeling," demonstrate empathy and confirm that you're interpreting their message correctly. Third, withholding judgment and avoiding interrupting are vital, allowing the speaker to express themselves fully without fear or defensiveness. This skill not only helps resolve conflicts but also deepens emotional intimacy. When people feel heard and understood, trust naturally builds, strengthening bonds. Active listening also reduces misunderstandings and fosters more meaningful conversations. Over time, cultivating this habit transforms relationships from superficial exchanges into truly connected partnerships, where both parties feel valued. 2. Clear and concise expression, saying what you mean. Effective communication is not just about listening, but also about expressing yourself clearly. Many relationship issues stem from vague, confusing, or indirect communication. Learning to articulate your thoughts, feelings, and needs in a straightforward, respectful manner can prevent misunderstandings and foster transparency. Clear communication involves using simple language, avoiding ambiguous words or jargon that could be misinterpreted. It also means being direct without being harsh, balancing honesty with kindness. For example, instead of saying, "You never listen to me," try, "I feel unheard when I'm interrupted during conversations." This approach shifts from blaming to sharing your experience, which reduces defensiveness and invites openness. Conciseness is equally important. Over-explaining or rambling can dilute your message and frustrate the listener. Focus on the core points you want to convey, keeping your statements brief but meaningful. Being succinct respects both your time and the listener's, making it easier for your message to be understood and remembered. Additionally, nonverbal cues like tone of voice, facial expressions, and gestures influence how your words are received. Consistency between verbal and nonverbal messages builds trust. When you communicate clearly and concisely, you create an environment where honesty is valued and misunderstandings are minimized, paving the way for healthier, more transparent relationships. 3. Empathy. Connecting through understanding. Empathy is the ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes and understand their feelings and perspectives without judgment. It is a powerful communication skill that fosters connection and compassion in relationships. When you practice empathy, you validate the other person's experience, which promotes emotional safety and openness. Showing empathy begins with emotional awareness, recognizing not only your feelings but also the emotions of others. This requires paying attention to verbal cues like tone, choice of words, and volume, as well as nonverbal signals such as facial expressions, posture, and eye contact. Once you perceive their emotional state, respond in a way that acknowledges their feelings. Simple phrases like, "That sounds really tough," or "I can see why you feel that way," convey understanding and acceptance. Empathy also involves suspending your own biases and opinions to truly listen and understand. This does not mean you have to agree, but it means respecting the other person's right to their feelings and views. When empathy is present in communication, conflicts become less about winning and more about finding common ground. By fostering empathy, relationships become more resilient. People feel supported, reducing stress and misunderstandings. Empathy strengthens intimacy, deepens trust, and encourages vulnerability, cornerstones of any meaningful relationship. 4. Nonverbal communication, the silent language. Nonverbal communication accounts for a significant portion of how we convey messages. Body language, facial expressions, eye contact, posture, gestures, and even tone of voice often speak louder than words. Understanding and effectively using nonverbal cues can greatly enhance your ability to connect and communicate in relationships. Often, people may say one thing but their body language tells another story. For example, crossed arms might indicate defensiveness or discomfort, while consistent eye contact generally signals interest and sincerity. Mirroring the other person's gestures subtly can build rapport and trust. Being aware of your own nonverbal signals helps ensure that your actions align with your verbal messages, preventing confusion. Tone of voice also plays a crucial role. A calm, warm tone can soften a difficult conversation, while a harsh or sarcastic tone can escalate tensions. Pauses and pacing of speech contribute to how messages are received. Sometimes, silence itself, used thoughtfully, can communicate respect, reflection, or empathy. Being attuned to nonverbal cues allows you to pick up on emotions that may not be openly expressed. Responding to these subtle signals shows emotional intelligence and can de-escalate conflicts before they verbalize. Mastering nonverbal communication enriches your overall communication skills, making your interactions more authentic and impactful. 5. Conflict resolution skills. Navigating difficult conversations. Conflict is inevitable in any relationship, but how you handle it can make the difference between growth and breakdown. Developing strong conflict resolution skills is essential for maintaining healthy, lasting relationships. Good communication during conflict helps transform disagreements into opportunities for understanding and compromise. Effective conflict resolution begins with managing your own emotions. Staying calm and composed prevents escalation. Using I statements rather than you accusations helps keep the focus on how you feel rather than blaming the other person. I feel hurt when plans change suddenly versus you never stick to our plans. This reduces defensiveness and invites collaboration. Listening to the other person's perspective without interrupting or judging is equally important. Clarify their points to ensure understanding. Then work together to find a solution that respects both parties' needs. This might involve compromise or agreeing to disagree respectfully. Avoiding common pitfalls like bringing up past grievances, raising your voice, or stonewalling improves outcomes. Sometimes taking a short break to cool down before continuing a conversation can prevent saying things you regret. Conflict resolution is not about winning, but about preserving and strengthening the relationship. When handled with respect and open communication, conflicts can increase trust, deepen understanding, and build stronger emotional bonds. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up. Leave a comment and click the button to subscribe.